Arubi from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam rahmatullah.
Sheikh, you said if someone follows this innovator Imam out of ignorance, then Allah won't question him on the day of judgment as the wrong Imam will be his excuse. So the innovation he did in the hope of reward, will it get accepted? Will he get reward for this?
Of course not. The most he could hope for is that he's not punished for it. But definitely Allah will not reward him for an innovation. If a layman follows an innovator imam or a scholar and he thinks that he's the most knowledgeable, he's the most trustworthy, and he follows him in innovation, on the day of judgment, he would not be held accountable for the innovation, but definitely he will not be rewarded for it. Farah from India. Alaikum salam.
Is it okay if I decide or engage in marriage-related discussions like choosing the wedding venue, invitation card designs, etc.? Jazakallah.
Why do you ask such a question?
Sheikh, because my father said that noor or light in the face of a woman goes away if she engages in something like that.
Is your father an electrician?
No, Sheikh.
How does he know that the noor disappears if he's not an electrician? Well, what is this nonsense? Of course, what your father is saying is totally bogus and has no foundation neither in the Qur'an or in the Sunnah. Are we ordered to subjugate women and to step on them so that they would not even discuss the matters related to their own weddings? This is ridiculous. This has nothing to do with Islam. Maybe it's related to the Hindu practices that they've got from their ancestors or something like that, but definitely it has nothing to do with Islam. She has all the right to discuss the menu and whatever is related to her own wedding. Farhan from India.
Sheikh, in my house, there is this belief that visiting graves is the best in the morning. I mean, after Fajr. They say that if you want to do ziyarat, you can do it after Fajr. But they say that it is not good to do it after Maghrib, after the sun sets, because they think that the activity of jinn increases and it might lead to some bad things. So is this belief Islamic or is this bogus or is it innovation?
No, all of this, akhi, is innovation. You can visit the graveyard any time of the day and the night. There is no restriction, to my knowledge, of doing so. Belly from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam rahmatullah.
Sheikh, I do dawah on Facebook, and the Salafi people here, they are, I don't want to say, but they are fully misguided, like almost all of them. And they have followers and people obey them. These misguided people talk against like us, and the moment I post something, any fatwa of you, they screenshot my post, cross it, and post against me. They even message people and talk bad things about me and make everyone go against me. I don't know what to do. I feel like stop preaching Islam and stop using social media. It is like hardening my heart, I feel. What is your advice?
My advice to you is that whenever such people make such posts, you don't listen to it, you don't read it, and you totally ignore it. I always say to you, when a dog barks, will you fall on your hands and knees and bark back? Of course not. You're not a dog. So why do you go to their level if this is the best they can do in Islam? Let them work. After a few months of ignoring them, they will fade away and they will go to somewhere else. We've seen so many people like these so-called Salafis, but they're not Salafis. They are arrogant individuals who would like to make a name. We've seen them on YouTube, we've seen them on Instagram, we've seen them in TikTok, coming and attacking this scholar, this da'i. They want a fight. They just want to pick a fight. They want someone to throw them a bone. They want someone to reply to them. Sheikh, why don't you reply and refute them? Why would I? I will never fall on my hands and knees and bark back. Let them bark. Alhamdulillah, few months later, nobody knows them. Nobody have ever heard of them. And they fade away in the dumpster of history. Focus on your da'wah. If you're doing what you're doing for the sake of Allah, in your social media, then people praising you or complimenting you would not please you, and people criticizing you would not make you depressed. This is your sign of sincerity. You don't care about people commenting and giving me a thumbs up or the increase of my followers or not. I'm doing it for the sake of Allah. Maisha from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam.
So I get a lot of intrusive thoughts, even if I ignore them. And one of my problems are when I pray or do any act of worship, these thoughts come, such as I am reciting a surah in prayer and a very bad thought came. And immediately I do something compulsive, getting disturbed, like I frown or recite the words a bit emphatically or not to overwhelm. Or sometimes I move my head a bit to ignore them. So are these compulsive behaviors kufr or not?
No, such compulsive and impulsive reactions are not kufr at all, and they have no impact on the validity of your prayer. Simply block it, ignore it, and move on. Alima from France.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam tullah.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to know more about the neatness of our clothes for salat apart from najasa, sir.
I don't understand your question.
Like, I would like to know more about the neatness, the purity, the neatness of our clothes for salat apart from urine, feces, najasa.
Yes, your prayer is valid unless there is najasa or an impurity on your clothes, on your body, or on the area you're praying on. These three spots. What are the najasas? The najasas are that classified as urine, feces, menstrual blood, the saliva of a dog, and the blood of animals, the droppings of mice or animals that we are not allowed to consume, such as cats, dogs, donkeys, and the likes. So all of these are najasa. Do not mix up najasa with dirty things. So if I have on my clothes oil or dust or a stain of this or that, which is not a najasa but it's dirty, that the prayer is still valid. Neela from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alhamdulillah.
Sheikh, you know that dowry is very common in Bangladesh. There is also another thing in my city that during Ramadan, the bride's family has to give iftar to the groom's family for many people. And they normalize it by saying they are giving gift or we are giving it as a gift. So Sheikh, what's the ruling of it in Islam?
There is no problem if this is the culture and there is no financial burden upon the bride's family to make iftar. They should change their intention to feed people and to give iftar to those who are fasting, and there's no problem in that. But if there is financial burden on them and they borrow just to please those who come, no, this is not permissible, and Allah knows best.